नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृतं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवते उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी। ओम ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकाय चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं जनभूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुं श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवान् च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सगणशिरौद् हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुवेव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यः वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमती भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य। जय श्री कृष्ण प्रभु नित्यानंद। On mute. This is muted. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So let's see. Hare Krishna. Yes, it is audible now. Uh, so, so if a little bit of start from the beginning. So how this 88,000 rishis, the place called holy places in the forest of Naimiṣāraṇya, the great sages headed by the of Saunaka assembled to the perform a great 1,000-year sacrifice for satisfaction of the Lord and his devotee. So this is the prelude to the Bhagavatam was spoken in previous three slokas. Now the main topics of this great literature begin presented. Bhagavatam, after its first recitation by Srila Sukadev Goswami, was repeated for the second time at Naimiṣāraṇya. First time the Sukadev Goswami spoke at the place called Sukratala to Parikit Maharaj. The second time the Bhagavatam spoken by Sutta Goswami, who was present there, to the sages of Naimiṣāraṇya. So what happened? This particular Prabhupada is writing that this particular Naimiṣāraṇya place is compared to the hub of the great circle. The hub is a very much, this place is very much holy places for the performance of sacrifice. Therefore, all these devotees of the Lord, they offer sacrifices for the pleasure of the devotee and pleasure of the Lord. That is whole idea. So here this 88,000 sages headed by Saunik Rishi in a very peaceful environment called Naimiṣāraṇya, they gathered together to discover the formula, to discover the ultimate good for the humanity. The sages are very much benevolent, very much magnanimous. It is said that if someone is not thinking of others' welfare of the others, they are not qualified to enter into the Vaikuntha. The beautiful verses is there. Now it is audible or not? Yeah, I think we have lost. So why the sages are gathered together in the place named Naimiṣāraṇya? It is stated in this beautiful self-effulgent Vaikuntha planet by whose illumination alone all the illuminating planet within this material world give up cannot be cannot be by those who are not merciful to other living entity. Only person who constantly engage in activity for other living entity can reach the Vaikuntha planet. So it's very important. Only person who constantly engage in welfare activity for other living entity. That is the nature of the devotee, the nature of the sages, always thinking the welfare of the others. So they were doing thousands of sacrifices in the place called Naimiṣāraṇya, which is a very holy place, the sacred places, where normally the performance of sacrifice will be amplified in that holy places. This hub of the universe. So this discovery or these questions which they ask that led to the entire narration of the Bhagavatam, the welfare of the humanity. Bhagavatam itself, as I told you in the beginning, you did not hear it, that Bhagavatam is actually meant for for that purpose. Samadhi Devam, Samadhi Bhagavatam is non-different. Krishna Tulya Bhagavata. Bhagavatam is non-different. It is literally incarnation of the Lord. In this beautiful verses, it says that Bhagavatam is non-different from Krishna. Idam Bhagavatam Nama Puranam Brahma Samitam Uttama Sloka Charitam Chakare Bhagavan Ruchini Shrestha Lokasya Dhanyam Swasti Ayanam Mahat. This is a beautiful, very important verses. It is said that this scripture named Śrīmad Bhāgavatam is the literal incarnation of the God. Even Purana, Bhagavad Purana also is say that Bhagavad Purana stated that Samadhi Devam Karunanidhanam Tamalabanam Sui Avataram. Krishna is the literally book incarnation. Literally incarnation of sorry, Bhagavatam is the literal incarnation of the God. It is compiled by Srila Vyasadeva. The incarnation of God. He is the incarnation of God. Empowered incarnation. Satyaveta. It is meant for ultimate good for all people. It is all successful, all blissful, all perfect. So this question, six question, essential six question by the sages, 88,000 sages, headed by Soni Kurusi, very peaceful environment, leads to the narration of Bhagavatam, which is ultimate for the ultimate good of all people, and it is all successful, all peaceful, all perfect. Now, at this stage, we do not have to go to the forest or live in the forest. Wherever you are, you stay there, and you can hear the Hari-kathā. You can hear the Hari-kathā anywhere. You can allow this conversation between sages and the Sutta Goswami and entire narration of the Bhagavad. So that is an excellent opportunity. We don't need to go to forest and no look for this one. Live in the forest. That is the idea. If your heart is sincere, you are eager to hear, then the same Naimiṣāraṇya is already within you. And the Hari-kathā or Bhagavatam Katha will awaken that Naimiṣāraṇya spirit within our heart. So therefore, Sthanistita Suti-gatam, wherever you are, you just lend your ear. Because ear is the expressway to liberation. Go back to Godhead. So therefore, we can discuss about the whatever this discussion is going on in Naimiṣāraṇya, sitting in our house, and you can hear, discuss, on, because this discussion is very, very important. Why this discussion is important? Because this is for the ultimate good for the people. This hearing of Hari-kathā is paramount important. Because apara sansara samudra setu, bhagavai bhagavatam sarupam. This Bhagavatam is the non-different from Krishna. It is like a bridge, just like Lord Ramachandra built a bridge to cross the Indian Ocean to fight with Ravana. So therefore, in order to fight with Maya, or in order to cross the ocean of insurmountable ocean, Apara means insurmountable, very unfathomable ocean of material existence, we have to have Bhagavatam. Because Bhagavatam is like a bridge. If supposing in an ocean there's a bridge, easily we can cross. No need of any. Very easily we can cross. So this Bhagavatam made us easy to cross the ocean of material existence. Therefore, it is the ultimate good for all people. It is all successful, all peaceful, and all perfect. All perfect. An essence of all Shastra, essence of all Vedanta Sutra, essence of all knowledge. So we will come back to the sixth question. The sixth question is asked to Sutta Goswami, who was present, son of the sage, another sage called Ramahara. So Sutta Goswami was when the Bhagavatam was spoken first time, Sukadev Goswami to Parikshit Maharaj and Sukadeva. So Sutta Goswami attentively hear, and now he is repeating same Bhagavatam to the sages, 88,000 sages, headed by Sonak Rishi, in the place called Naimiṣāraṇya. So that is our disciplic successor. Disciplic successor means who should repeat. Just like I am speaking. What I am speaking nothing but Prabhupada, as it is. Whatever I have heard from him, his books and lecture, and from all the devotees. So I am presenting the same thing. That is called disciplic successor. You have to repeat. So this question is very important because that lead to the narration of Bhagavatam. Let us know what are the six questions, because it's very important why they ask this question. Because in the age of Kali, things are very bad. Everything full of age of Kali is full of conflict and confusion. It's the age of hypocrisy. It's the age of quarrel. It's the age of dissension, different opinion, disconnect, always fighting, everything. It's the age of spiritual decline. Nobody is interested in spirituality. It's the age of spiritual failure. And in this age of Kali, people are very much degraded. Elevate that degraded of Kali Yuga, sages of Naimiṣāraṇya ask this very important question, six essential question that leads to the direction of actual Bhagavad. That is stated in this beautiful verses in the very first canto, that the nature of Kali Yuga is very bad. Prayena alpayusha sabya kalo asmin yuga janaha mandaha mandamataya mandabhagya upadrita. O learned one, in this iron age of Kali, men almost have but short life. They are quarrelsome, lazy, misguided, unlucky, above all, always disturbed. Mandas mandamataya. Alpayusha, everybody has got 100 years of life, but still nobody lives 100 years. Let's say 100 years. But here it is say that people are short-lived and they are quarrelsome. Mandas mandamataya. Mandam is very lazy to hear Bhagavatam, very lazy for spiritual realization. And manda also another meaning of manda very bad, quarrelsome, lazy. Sumanda Matyam is misguided, very much misguided here. So many gurus are there, so many God, they do not read anything. Every time they are misguided. Very unfortunate, unlucky. And above all, always disturbed, upadrika. So in this very adverse circumstances, when people are so degraded under these adverse circumstances, the Bhagavatam is very because in this age of Kali, everybody has lost his eyesight. He has lost his eyesight. They are all in darkness. They have lost their vision. What is my good? What is my self-interest? Therefore, the Bhagavatam is like a song. He arises like a brilliant song, dissipate the darkness of this age of Kali. That is one of the question also asked by the sages. The last question, sixth question. After Krishna left this world, where is the dharma? The dharma is there in Bhagavatam. So because the Kali Yuga people are so conflict, confusion, so much bad, so much abominable, therefore the sages are asking question that how the age of Kali, the people in the age of Kali can be delivered. Therefore, Bhagavatam is very important for the people of the age of Kali. Very important to be heard, to be heard. Everybody should hear that. It is stated in this another verses that who will not hear in this particular so much degraded here. Tasya punya slokasya sloketi karmana. Who is there desiring deliverance from these vices of age of quarrel? Who is not willing to hear the stories of the Lord? Who will not hear? Therefore, it is very, very important, paramount imperative, paramount important to hear Bhagavatam. That should be the qualification. Sages, 88,000 sages headed by Saurabh, their qualification is there. They have two important qualifications. First of all, three. First of all, they are thinking of the welfare of the society. Second of all, they are eager to hear. That is important. Nobody is listening. Nobody is hearing. So Krishna is silent. Here, Krishna will active. Oh, he is eager to hear. Let me let me help. That eagerness is very important. Therefore, this qualification of the sages, a qualification to hear Bhagavatam is one of the qualifications is that you should hear, eagerness to hear. Sadhu, sadhu, pade, pade. We never tire of hearing the transcendental pastime of the personality of Godhead, who is glorified by hints and claps. Those who have developed a taste for transcendental relationship with Him, releasing hearing His pastime at every moment. So we should have a eagerness to hear. Because this hearing of Krishna Katha is the cure of Kali. In Kali Yuga, there is no other process. Only by hearing Krishna Katha one can. This is called Bhava. Nirbhitat se rupagiyamanat bhavo sudo sutavi monoramat. The real medicine in this Kali is stated in the 10th canto that Nirbhitat se rupagiyamanat bhavo sudo suta monoviramat. Kauttama sloka gunanubhada puman virajyate vinapasudhanat. The glorification of the Supreme Lord is performed in the Parampara system, that it is conveyed from spiritual master to disciple. Such glorification is realized by those who no longer interested in the false and temporary glorification of this cosmic manifestation. The description of the Lord are the right medicine for the conditioned soul undergoing repeated birth. This Bhagavatam is the right medicine because Bhagavatam is the full of narration of the stories of the Supreme Lord. Therefore, it is the right medicine for the conditioned soul undergoing repeated birth and death. Therefore, who will sit hearing such glorification of the Lord instead a butcher or one who is killing his own? So, who will? Everybody will be attracted because it is the medicine. We are all diseased conditioned soul in this age of Kali. And the medicine is Bhagavatam. Therefore, this discussion with the sages of Naimiṣāraṇya and Sutta Goswami took place. This inquiry is very, very important. Therefore, one more we should discuss about all the Bhagavatam. It is stated that the discussion about the Krishna Katha is the cure for everybody. It is benefit for everybody. Vasudeva Katha Prasna Purusam Unnati Vaktram Pratyaksham Sotrim Tatapada Salilam Jatha. The Ganges emanating from the toe to Lord Vishnu purify the three worlds, the upper, middle, lower planetary system. Similarly, when one asks question about the pastime and characteristic of the Lord Vasudeva Krishna, three varieties of men are purified: the speaker or preacher, who inquires, and people in general who listen. That's why this Bhagavatam, these questions are very, very important. These inquiries in the Naimiṣāraṇya is very important, not only for the preachers, those who are preaching, not only for the person who is inquiring, but for the everybody in general who listens, for us also. Because we are now holding this class to listen. What are the discussion? What is the inquiry? And what is the answer of this? It's very important for everyone. Why it is important for everyone? That is stated by the Sutta Goswami. That he told that your questions are very good because it is the welfare of everyone. Uh, the second chapter he has said very nicely, Munahya sadhu priyestham bhavadve lokamangalam. It is for the auspiciousness, for the benefit, for the ultimate good for the people. Therefore, these questions are very important, which is related to Krishna. Yat Krishna sam prasna anatma suprasidhati. A beautiful verses Prabhupada used to quote. O sages, I have been justly questioned by you. Your questions are worthy because they are related to Lord Krishna. So are the relevance to the world's welfare. Only questions of this sort are capable of completely satisfying the self. So these questions are very, very important for everybody, world's welfare actually. Therefore, one should hear this Krishna Katha uh, or Bhagavatam in association of devotee. It is stated in these verses that everybody is sleeping in the lap of Maya. How to wake? What is the formula to wake up? The formula to wake up is given here. Person who desired pure devotional service to Lord Krishna should hear the narration of the Lord Uttama Sloka, glorious quality. The constant chanting of which destroyed everything inauspicious. Devotee should engage in such listening in regular daily assembly. Daily assembly, Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya, and should regular daily assembly should also continue his hearing throughout the day. Throughout the day, they should listen and regularly they should. Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. Because by hearing this Bhagavatam, we can develop the love for Krishna. Jasang Bhai Sriyamana, Krishna Param Puruse, Bhakti Utpadati. Bhakti will sprout up. We don't have bhakti now. We've forgotten. Just like iron. Iron has a natural attraction for magnet. We have a natural love for Krishna, natural bhakti for Krishna. But iron is rusted. It cannot be attracted by magnet. Similarly, we are rusted, we are contaminated in this material world. Material energy of the Lord, Maya, is now contaminated. So our attraction is not in Krishna. But by hearing process is not cleansing process, cleansing the rust, cleansing the infection. Nasta price of all the infection nasta is destroyed by hearing Bhagavatam. Regular hearing Bhagavatam. Here it is a throughout it. Therefore, it's important of hearing Krishna Katha to awakening the Naimiṣāraṇya spirit within us, to understand the for our benefit, for the ultimate goal of life, to attain the ultimate goal of life, one must hear Bhagavatam. So on this note, we will started what are the six question has been asked. First question they have asked, very nice question. First question they asked, important. You see, the nature of the question is so important that it is the ultimate good for people. First question he asked that, please therefore being placed with many years, explain to us in an easily understandable way what we have ascertained to be absolute ultimate good for the people in general. What is the absolute and ultimate good people in general? That is very, very important. First question. And second question they asked is, so there are six questions we will go to. What is the ultimate good for people? And second question they asked that the two verses after they asked, second question is very also important. Second question they said there are many varieties of scripture. All of them there are many prescribed duties, not only after many years of study in their various. Therefore, O says, we select the essence of all the scripture, explain it for the good for all living beings, so that by such instruction their heart may be satisfied. So there are varieties of scriptures, and everybody has given some formula, some prescribed duty for our purification, for our enrichment, spiritual enrichment and upliftment, spiritual elevations. But we have no time because Kali Yuga is Alpa Ayusha. Everybody has short lives, everybody is very slow, very bad, misguided, disturbed. So they cannot afford time. Everybody is extremely busy, exceedingly busy, enormously stressful. So how they can understand this? Very difficult to study all the scriptures. So you give us the essence of all scriptures. Essence of all scriptures means essence of the instruction. Because so many instruction is given in different scripture. So you give us the essence of all instruction so that one can our heart may be satisfied. So that is the second question asked by the Naimiṣāraṇya to Sutta Goswami. Third question is asked about they related to Krishna. The third question is related to Krishna. Here it says that all upon you, O Sutta Goswami, you know for what purpose the personality of God had appeared in the womb of Devaki. So why the Supreme Lord Krishna he appeared in the womb of Devaki? So this question is asking, what is the purpose of Krishna appears in the uh, womb of Devaki? This is the third question. The fourth question asks that what acts does he perform after appearing? What is what is his action? What is his action? That is very important. After Krishna appear in the womb of Devaki, so what is his action? His transcendental acts are magnificent and gracious. Great Lornet says that Narada seek them. Please therefore speak to us who are eager to hear about the adventure he performs his various incarnations. So his Lila avatar. So Krishna has so many Advaitam, Achutam, Anadir, Ananta. So he has so many incarnations. So what all the incarnation he has come and what are the things he is appearing? Please explain us. What act after appearing, what act he is performing, please. The next verses is there uh, next verses, next question. O Sai, o wise Sutta, please narrate to us the transcendental pastime of Supreme Lord multi incarnate. So the previous question about Purusha avatar. How? First of all, they asked the question that Krishna, why the Krishna appear in the womb of Devaki? Then what did he do? So he has a, they're asking about the Purusha avatar, how he created all this material world, Purusha avatar of Mahavishnu, Garbhodakya Sai Vishnu, Garbhodakya Vishnu. Now they are asking about the pastime of the Lord, Lila avatar, in different incarnations. This is the fifth question. What are his avatar? Lila avatar. Then finally, they are asking about the very nice question. This verses he say that when Krishna, the absolute truth, master of all mystic power, has departed for his own abode, please tell us to whom the religious principle have now gone for self. So after Krishna comes, Krishna says, Yada Yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhithanam adharmasya tadatmanam sajama. Paritranaya sadhuna vinasaya cha dushkitam dharma sansthapanarthaya sambhavami jugati. So every incarnation he appeared and to establish dharma. When he left, all dharma jnana also lives with him. So where the dharma lives after Krishna, that is answered. And very nice. That answer we will give it fast because that is glorification of the Bhagavatam. That is also part of the glory. Krishna Sodhama Upagati Jnana Visaha Lo Nastadisame Sampurana. Why the Bhagavatam is important? Because this Bhagavad Purana is as brilliant as sun. It has arrived in just after the departure of Lord Krishna to his own abode, accompanied by religious knowledge. Person who have lost their vision due to the dense darkness of ignorance in the age of Kali shall get light from this world. That means when Krishna departed to abode, he also accompanied with religion and knowledge. The person in this age of Kali who lost their vision due to dense darkness of ignorance. Kali Yuga is full of ignorance, full of confusion and conflict. So in this age, how to get light, how to get knowledge, how to get deliverance. So Krishna, this dharma is now in Bhagavad. Therefore, it is called Bhagavad Dharma. So Krishna incarnated out of his causeless mercy, although he wind up his lila, Krishna lila in Dwapara Yuga, but he came in Kali Yuga as a literal incarnation in Bhagavad. It is his causeless mercy. He appeared as literal incarnation of Bhagavatam. Why for? To the welfare of the all. That is also confirmed by Vasudev, who is compiler. He say that why this Bhagavatam is there, why the literal incarnation appear. Anartha upasamam sakyad bhakti yoga adhokyada lokasya jnata. Lokastha ajnata vidvan chakre satasta samhitam. The material misery of the living entity which is superfluous to him can be directly mitigated by the linking process of devotional service. But the mass people do not know that. Therefore, the learned Vyasadeva compiled this Vedic literature which is in relation to Supreme Truth. Material misery of the living entity which are superfluous to him can be directly mitigated by linking process of devotional service. Mass people do not know that. People do not know how to solve the problem of life. What is the purpose of life? What is the essence, how to become peaceful? All these things people do not know that. They are suffering due to this material existence, due to this material misery. They do not know by devotional service they can mitigate everything. Therefore, Bhagavatam is compiled for the purpose of enlightening them, purpose of mitigating their miseries. In the next verses, he says that the Bhagavatam is compiled because if somebody hears the Bhagavatam, bhakti, which is the solution for everything, that bhakti will be proud of. And all kind of material misery, bhaya, sukha, moha, everything will be vanished, vanquished. Jasyang bhai Sriyamanayam Krishna Parama Purushe Bhaktir Utpadate Punsam Sokam Moha. So simply by once giving oral reception to the Vedic literature, the feeling for loving devotional service to the Lord Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, sprout up at once to extinguish the fire of lamentation, illusion, fearfulness. So all these things will be destroyed, extinguished. And loving devotional service is the solution for everything, with the ultimate goal of life, bhakti, prema pumartha mahan. So that will sprout up by Bhagavatam. Therefore, Bhagavatam is very important. So we will go back to quickly the answer of this is question. Then in next session, which is on Monday or Tuesday, we will describe again this is question and their answer more elaborately. So let us go back to the question. The first question was that what is the benefit? Yeah. So first question was that that what you have ascertained to be absolute ultimate good for the people in general. The answer is given for the first question in second chapter. What is the ultimate good? Ultimate good is given in these beautiful verses. The answer is given in these verses that Savai punsam paro dharma jato bhaktir adokya. Sometimes technology is not working. Savai punsam paro dharma jato bhaktir adokya. Ahit ki apratiyata jajatma suprasiddha. The supreme prescribed supreme occupation dharma for all humanity is that by which men can attain to loving service, loving devotional service unto the transcendent Lord. Such devotional service must be unmotivated, uninterrupted to completely satisfy the self. The ultimate goal of life is to bhakti, perform bhakti. That is the supreme occupation, supreme dharma. Dharma means to to the supreme occupation, to develop the love of Godhead through the bhakti. That is the real good, ultimate good for the people. So we will elaborately discuss about how bhakti is so important, what is the supreme occupation, and what type of how it is to be performed unmotivated and uninterrupted. We will discuss in the next session. But answer is that bhakti. Bhakti is the ultimate good for the people. Therefore, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu say also prema kumartha mahan. So the second question was, what is the essence of all scriptures? The second question was essence of all scriptures. So the second question, the answer of the second question is given. The second question 1111 is the essence of all scripture. And essence of all scripture is called devotional service. Entire chapter of 1 2 is given by these things. The essence of all scripture is bhakti actually. Even 1 to 7 also, you can say the answers also given. Vasudeva Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayajata Janati Asubairagam Jnanam Cha Yad. Essence of all scriptures, all instruction is that by rendering devotional service to the personality of God and Krishna, one immediately acquires causeless knowledge and detachment from God. Actually, as a matter of fact, all this second chapter, which is called devotional service, that is the real essence of all scripture. Real essence of all. Vasudeve Para, very nice verse. Say that that is two verses is that Vasudeva, Krishna is the all in all. Vasudeva Para. In these verses, it is stated also. Hmm, sorry, SB 1 to 28. In these verses, it is stated that Vasudeva Para. I'm not able to get this one. 27, I'll go. It is said that Vasudeva Parabeda, Vasudeva Paramakha, Vasudeva Parajoga, Vasudeva Parakriya, Vasudeva Param Jnanam, Vasudeva Param Tapa, Vasudeva Paro Dharma, Vasudeva Paragati. So here it is said that in the revealed scripture, the ultimate object of knowledge is Sri Krishna, personality of God. The purpose of performing sacrifice to please Him. Yoga is for realizing Him. All fruitive activities are ultimately rewarded by Him only. He is the supreme knowledge. All severe austerity are performed to know Him. Religion, dharma is rendering loving service to Him. He is the supreme goal of life. That is the essence of all scripture. That's all. Period. Third question is asked by the sages that why did Lord Krishna depart from Devaki? That is answered in these verses in second chapter. Next session we will discuss. So Krishna is appeared for the purpose of delivering, reclaim the conditioned soul. Now the Lord of the universe maintains all planet inhabited by demigods, main and lower animals. Assuming the role of incarnations, he performs pastime to reclaim those who are in mode of pure goodness. So whole idea we have turned away from the Lord, we are suffering. Out because Father is Father, very affectionate. We are like obstinate child. We have turned away from the Lord. Vasudeva Paramakha. We have turned away from the Lord, turned away from the service of the Lord. Therefore, Lord Krishna appears as an incarnation to reclaim the conditioned soul, to bring us back to God. That is his magnanimity. Bring us back to Godhead. Etachamsa kalapumsa Krishna tu Bhagavan so. Indrani bakulam lokam. Another reason is comes why Krishna appears because the demons paritranaya sadhuna vinasaya cha duskritam. Because there are Indra has got so many enemies. The demons are enemy. So all the miscreants to annihilate all miscreants he also appears. So that is the reason of his appearance, particularly to reclaim the conditioned soul. He wanted us to come back. He's more eager to bring us back than we eager to go back. He's waiting for that. Brihad Bhagavad Purana, it says that he's hoping up to hoping when this conditioned soul is suffering in this material world, turn his face to me so that I can bring him back to God. Back to him. So many verses in Bhagavatam, it is stated that real purpose of Krishna appear or incarnation appear to reclaim the conditions. That is the third question. Fourth question was that what is the Purusha avatar? What act is performed? 117. So what act is performed? It is stated in these beautiful verses, like in the whole canto. In Purusha avatar, it is stated that criteria thing like one, two. There's a beautiful verses. There are four verses. It is stated. all about this Purusha. So in this answer to this, Sutta Goswami say that in the beginning of material creation, absolute spirit of God and Vasudev in his transformation created energy of cause and effect by his own internal energy. So he created the material creation, material energy. After creating the material substance, Lord Vasudev expand himself, enter into, although he is within the material modes of nature, appears to be one of the created being. He is always fully enlightened. So as the Mahavishnu, he created all these material elements to create the material world. After creation, he did that as the Garbhodakya Sai Vishnu. Then after that, what he did, we will elaborately discuss in next session. But the Lord as a super creates all things just as a fire creates wood. So he appears to be many varieties through his absolute one without a second. Then again, he enter into everybody heart as a super soul. Bhutanam Hudaya se Tishtati Arjuna. So he as a super soul, Kshirodakya Sai Vishnu. He appeared Kshirodakya Sai Vishnu super soul. He is entered into the heart of all living beings. All living beings. That is all Purusha avatar. They wanted to know. We will discuss more elaborate. Super soul enter into the body of created beings who are influenced by the modes of material nature, causes them to enjoy the effect of this modes by the subtle mind. So he comes as a super soul because without the presence of super soul, one cannot do that. He is the sanctioning authority, the permitter. If I want to take something, glass of water, if I want to speak about him, super soul permits. He oversees and permits. Anumanta upadrishta anumanta. Just like we are sleeping, how we are getting up? Super soul is because of super soul, we are getting a waking up. We cannot wake up ourselves. Super soul is waking up. So super soul is where in this way is pervading in every living entity. So this answer has been given that to about avatar. Question is asked that what kind of act does he perform as a avatar? So answer has been given in this three verses 30, 31, 30. He comes as a Mahavishnu, create element, enter into that as Garbhodakya Vishnu, then again enter into the Kshirodakya every living entity. In this way, whole material world is created only for purpose of giving an opportunity for living conditioned soul to turn back to the Lord. Whole material was creation for that purpose. He comes in the incarnation in the third question to reclaim the conditioned soul. Therefore, he is creating. Just like the government is creating the prison house to reform the outlaws, reform the criminals. We are all criminals. Anybody who is in the world, they are criminals. Of course, the spiritual master is not criminals because just like in a jail, the superintendent of the jail also inside the jail, but he is not criminal. Similarly, spiritual master, the great sages, they are not. They have come to reform us. That was the fourth question. Fifth question about the Lila avatar. So Lila avatar, Krishna has explained all the Lila avatar, all the pastime incarnation in the Canto 1, Chapter 3. Canto 1, Chapter 3, there are so many incarnation of the Godhead has been given. So Krishna is the source of all the incarnation is described. Finally, it described that so many incarnation. It is said that avatara hi asantya harihi. Hari avatar incarnation is so many. So Brahmana, the incarnation of Lord are innumerable, like a rivulet flowing from inexhaustible source of water. The fourth question about they ask about incarnation, multiple incarnation. Sorry, fifth question about all the multiple incarnation. So Krishna has so many incarnations. Only few are mentioned, prominent incarnation. Actually, Ananta Rupa. Here it is said that an incarnation is like a waves in the ocean. We cannot count how many waves in the ocean. Multiple, innumerable. Similarly, God is innumerable, Ananta Rupam. But prominent incarnation has been spoken by Goswami in order to answer the question 5 about his Lila avatar or incarnation, about incarnation, multiple incarnations. He explained the prominent. After explaining everything, he has given very nice told that all incarnation, the source of all incarnation is Krishna. Etacham sutaram sa Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam Indrari Kulam Lukam Madhyan. All of all of the above mentioned incarnation are either plenary person or portion of the plenary person of the Lord. But Lord Sri Krishna is the original personality of God, and all of them appear on the planet. Whatever, whenever there is a disturbance created by the atheist, Lord incarnates to protect the things. So all this incarnation has been given Ram avatar, Ramadi Murti Sukalani, so many avatars is there. But Krishna is the source of all incarnation. Swayam Bhagavan, complete Bhagavan. And he appears Paritranaya Sadhuna Vinasaya Chadushri, to protect the devotee and annihilate these miscreants or non-devotees. That is his purpose of coming. So that is the fifth question about the Lila Avatar. The final question is about the um, where the dharma has gone after Krishna left the earth. So we already discussed the dharma has come to the Bhagavatam. Dharma has take shelter in Bhagavatam. So Bhagavatam dharma is the main thing. Therefore, Prahlad Maharaj is saying that this Bhagavad dharma is the essence of everything. Therefore, everybody should practice this Bhagavad dharma from the childhood. हमारे आचरण प्रज्ञा धर्मान भागवत Villava Manusya Janma Adurbam Astana. The human life is very, very rare. Still, it has got an inherent problem that it can be lost before we die, because human form of life has got a valuable, has a unique value. What is that unique value? In this human form of life, one can learn this. Therefore, before it dies, one should learn this. One should practice from childhood. One should not postpone, oh, when I retire, I will learn. That is a misconception. That is a wrong thing. One should hear this Bhagavatam from the tender age of 5 years, because we don't know at any moment this human life can be lost. Any padam padam yadvip. Therefore, this Bhagavad Dharma, which is appeared after Krishna left place, left earth, it appears in order to enlighten us, in order to dissipate our darkness of ignorance. Because we do not know, because of ignorance, we suffer. So this Bhagavatam is meant for that. Therefore, this last question is answered by Shukadev Goswami, that Krishna Sodhamo Pagate Dharma Jnana Visa Kalo Nastadishamesam Purana Kautala. In Kali Yuga, everybody has lost his vision. They do not know what is the ultimate good. They do not know what is the self-interest. They do not know what is the purpose of life. Therefore, in Kali Yuga, the Bhagavatam is appears as a brilliant sound. It is arisen just after the departure of Lord Krishna to his own abode, accompanied by religion knowledge. Person who has lost their vision due to the darkness of ignorance in the age of Kali shall get light from that. Therefore, the Bhagavatam is the essence of all Purana, essence of everything. So that question, this question has been answered by the Sutta Goswami. So in this next session, we will again um, go to the answer to this question more elaborately. How the bhakti is so important, essence of everything. Why Krishna again appear? All these things more elaborately we can go in the next session. Along with that, we will go about little history of Bhagavatam. And third session, we will start with Narada Muni. How Narada Muni, there's a conversation between Narada Muni and Vasudeva. In this way, we will go. This is called applied Bhagavatam. This applied Bhagavatam means one should learn this Bhagavatam with proper application, proper context, not just like this, just like a chapter one, chapter two. No, but the proper reference, proper application of. This is very important for everybody. It is stated in this beautiful verses. To discuss about the Bhagavatam is very, very important. Why? These verses is said that when there is a congregation of devotees, they discuss the question and answer become conclusive to both speaker and audience. But such meeting is beneficial for everyone's happiness. So discussion of Bhagavatam in different angle. So we can hear Krishna Katha and awakening the Naimiṣāraṇya spirit and we can discuss about how the 80,000 sages headed by Swarnakuruchi, they were inquiring Sutta Goswami, and Sutta Goswami is answering their question. And these question answers are very benefit for the listener because it is related to Krishna. It is related to the welfare of this entire world, entire human being, and living entities. So thank you very much. On this note, we will stop this session here. For that, because of unmute, I mean, mute, the first few uh, 10 minutes, I think it was not audible. First few minutes, I was glorifying Bhagavatam, how Bhagavatam is non-different from Krishna. Also, the uh, first three was of Bhagavatam, very important, it glorifies, define the absolute truth. Who is define what is absolute truth? Because in Vedanta Sutra it is said that Tanmadasya Tatha, very code word. But Bhagavatam is now explaining more elaborately the definition of absolute truth, where he is maintaining creating all these things, maintaining, destroying all these. He only educated Brahma in the heart of educated this knowledge, spiritual knowledge, the Vedanta, Vedic knowledge, heart of Brahma first. Then Brahma can create all these other things, secondary things. And he told that this cosmic manifestation is even bewildered by the sages, great sages, by Suras, the demigods also. But by another manifestation, which is called spiritual world, Vrindavan, Vaikuntha, that is not touched or infected or influenced by the Maya, illusory energy of thought. Dhamna Sena Virastakukam Satyam Paramadimai. That is absolute truth. Satyam Paramadimai. Who is absolute? That is absolute. Satyam Paramadimai. All other things, material world is relative. Utta Utta Pralyate. Today is there, tomorrow not there. Sometime manifested, not manifested. But that God is never annihilated. Never annihilated. Paratasmastu that Paratasmastu Bhagavad Gita Krishna say that place is spiritual world never annihilated. Sanatana. Is different. And second process also I explained that how this Bhagavad Dharma or Bhagavatam is very pure because Dharma projita all kind of Dharma is rejected or kicked out from Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam only propound the absolute. Propound the, what is that absolute? Is Krishna, is the personality of Godhead, and devotional service to Him is the ultimate goal of life. Therefore, Bhagavatam is the very essence of all things. The real dharma is called Bhagavad Dharma. Krishna says, Dharman Parichana Mamekam Saranam Vaj. So that is Bhagavad Dharma, to surrender to Krishna. Then third verses is inviting everyone. Vasudev inviting everyone. If you are liberated, you are not liberated, please come here. Because Bhagavatam is Nikava Kalpakal Bharitam Phalam, is the essence of the ripened fruit of all Vedic literature. Vedic literature is like a mango tree. They ripen all tree. The ripened fruit of the tree is very tasty. Because it is tasted by Sukadev Goswami, great soul, son of Vasudev, Sukadev Goswami. Therefore, it is more tastier. Any ripened fruit touched by the parrot, it is more tastier. So Bhagavatam is touched by the Sukadev Goswami, original speaker of Bhagavatam. Therefore, it is so tasty. So everybody should release this. That 10 minutes I was describing this stories of the Bhagavatam. Thank you very much for attending. Nantara Prabhupada,